Capítulo 1, el verbo ser. We are about to begin learning about the first verb that we're going to encounter in Spanish. But wait, what is a verb again? It's very important to understand what a verb is. And just as a recap, if you haven't had a grammar class in a while, a verb is the action word, or it expresses existence, occurrence, or action. So some examples in English are to eat, or to talk, to be. Any word that expresses action, run, sit, sleep, all of those are verbs. Now this verb is very important in Spanish. We're going to be using it all year long, so it is extremely important that you understand how it works. The verb ser means to be. In English, it's very simple. We say I am, or you are, he is. So we have different forms for this verb in English. I cannot say I is or she are. Those don't make grammatical sense. I have to say them in the right form. I am is the correct form, or the correct spelling if you want to call it that. So it's the same exact process in Spanish. A verb has different forms, and we're going to learn the different forms of the verb ser. When we take a verb from to be and we start changing that verb to I am, you are, to its different forms, we are conjugating the verb. And this is a big, huge, complicated word that just basically means to change the verb so that it's correct with its subject. Here is another example in English of conjugation, or conjugating a verb. We took this verb to be and then we conjugate it by changing it to am, are, is, are. And these are all the correct conjugations. If I say I are, well, I doesn't go with are. That's not correctly conjugated. I am is correct. So we always say I am, you are, etc. Well, the same is true in Spanish. It's just a matter of memorizing the different forms. We've memorized the verb the verb to be in English because we've been using it since we were little, but it's going to take a little bit of time to train your brain and memorize it in Spanish, and the sooner you do, the better off you'll be. So we'll start now. Yo, which you've already learned, it means I. Soy is the correct conjugation. Yo soy. I am. Tú, which you know means you, goes with eres, to say you are. Usted, which is you in a formal way. Él, which is he, and ella, which is she, goes with es. It kind of sounds like English even, because we say is, he is. Well, it sounds similar. Él es. You also use es with objects too. So if it's not a he or a she, but it's a coffee cup, I would say the coffee cup es. Nosotros, which means we, goes with somos. Nosotros somos, we are. Vosotros, which is used in Spain and it means y'all, you all, it goes with sois. Vosotros sois. Y'all are. Then we have ustedes, which is you all in Latin America. Ellos and ellas, which is they, goes with son. Ellos son, they are. Now, just like I can say the coffee cup es, I would say the coffee cups son. Plural coffee cups are son. Another interesting thing to note is in English, if we go back, you see that there are 4 forms that are the same. We have 4 of them that are identical. So if I just say are, Going to the store? Well, you don't know if I'm saying, are you going to the store? Are we going to the store? Or you don't know who I'm talking about because there are 4 different things that could possibly go with are. Well, the beauty of Spanish is none of these are the same. Each spelling goes with a different subject. So you really don't even need to say yo before you say soy. If you just say soy all by itself, that means I am. You don't even have to put yo. But for now, we'll leave it as is and we'll say yo soy. Let's discuss some of the uses for the verb ser. You've already learned telling time and telling the date. Son las 2:30. Es el 20 de noviembre. To tell someone's nationality. Yo soy americano. Él es puertorriqueño. Used to tell where someone or something is from, someone's origin. Tú eres de Nicaragua. Ella es de México. Used to connect a noun or pronoun to another noun or pronoun. That sounds complicated, but it's basically just identifying what someone is or who someone is. Like in these examples, Eduardo es un hombre. Eduardo is a man. Coqui y Sultán son gatos. They are cats. We're just identifying these things. And Sarah's used to describe characteristics. Rebecca es alta. She is tall. Enrique y yo somos guapos. Enrique and I are handsome. Now we use somos in this example with yo. You might be thinking, well, why isn't it soy? Because yo is there. Well, it's not just yo, but it's also Enrique. So that's 2 of us. And that means it's we. And nosotros goes with somos. You cannot use un or una with ser when describing someone's profession, like we do in English. In English, we would say, I am a teacher, una profesora, or un profesor. However, in Spanish, that part is left off. Just say, yo soy profesor. Tú eres estudiante. Let's review one more time, very quickly, the conjugations of ser. I'll say the subject pronoun and I'll pause. In that pause, see if you can say the conjugation or the form that goes with that subject. Here we go. Yo. Soy. Tú. Eres. Usted, él o ella. Es. Nosotros. Somos. Vosotros. Sois. Ustedes, ellos, ellas. Son. And let's quickly review the uses for the verb ser. We have time and date, nationality, origin to tell where someone's from, and identification to say what something is or who somebody is, and describing somebody, their characteristics. We'll make one more quick note about this verb, and any verb in Spanish for that matter. If you want to make it a negative, meaning you just want to say I am not or he is not, you just add no directly in front of the verb. It's as simple as that. Just like this example, mi profesora no es de Cuba, es de España. And that concludes our lesson on the verb ser.